Welcome everybody to 48 Talk, episode 158.
Woo!
That's been a long time.
Hi. Whoops.
I am your host, Ragebody as always. Joining me this time, it's Derek on the bottom left, Colin on the bottom right, and DX on the top right.
Yep.
I did it wrong. Yeah, it's been a while. How you guys doing?
It's been a minute.
It's been a while.
Ooh, man, we're all busy. How are you guys listening to us? How are you guys doing? Let us know in the chat right off the bat. See if you missed us and think like, oh my god, it's been so long. A lot of stuff happens, I would say. But first, how you guys do?
Yeah.
Just the usual, I would say. So, yeah.
Just the usual in that long time? Not big things you've seen or think like, I saw this, I want to mention stuff like that.
We'll get into it to the show, I would say. So.
Ooh, exciting.
I think for me, just the usual stuff, you know. I mean, I've been working really hard on my idol doc, and at this point, I have terabytes of footage.
Wow.
I've had a lot of an overwhelming response from like many idols that want to help and be part of it. So it's like a matter of like getting them all put in, which is great. And then also Idol Underworld has like kind of exploded. I'm adding like 2 artists right after the show. I have like 3 more coming.
Nice.
It's just I'm gonna get my goal of 20 artists by December, no doubt. So I'm very excited about that.
Ooh.
But really been missing this because like it's been a while. Last week was my fault for you guys. I'm so sorry about that, but just something happened. But I would say that there is some stuff to talk about, isn't there, Colin? Because I know you're revving to go.
He's ready, man.
I was really looking forward to this episode. There's so much to talk about.
I'm looking forward to it because like we're back. You know, we had to take a break. Obviously, the status, the feeling of AKB lately has been a little bit like uncertain, and we'll get into that too. But I really think it's just cool that we're all back. You know, doing our thing, and you know, all the people out there, you know, we're not going away. It's just, you know, not a lot's gone on. And also, we are also extremely busy. But when we can do this, we do it, right? And it's always fun. So you're in for a good episode today.
May I suggest something that we start first with, since I want to start with a happy note, I would say. So, you guys watched the BNK48's new single?
Oh, yeah.
No. Of course.
Of course.
That's straight.
I was so impressed with them.
Yes.
It was so. I was thinking like, how are they going to do this? And they changed the title, of course. It's not 47, but it's 77, right?
But now 77 towns ish.
And I like the setting. I like the story behind it. I like how it looks. It looked a beautiful shot in 4K, I believe. And
yeah, it's 4K.
They went everywhere. And I'm looking at how long the song is, and I'm like, they made room, didn't they? And at that moment, they went to everywhere. So if you want to learn basically all the provinces, I would say.
Provinces.
In
Thailand.
Thank you. Just a brain fart over there. No, that's a very good song to listen to. But I really liked it, and it looked gorgeous. Of course, Cher Prong is amazing, as always, in there with that big smile and her short hair now.
Yeah.
So, no, this was just wonderful to see. I really miss something like that.
Yeah, let me go real quick before you go, Colin, because I know you probably have a lot to say, and maybe you too, DX. But I just want to say that like, it's amazing what you can do with like a DSLR camera that is set up correctly, and probably didn't cost a whole lot to set up. But if you just know what you're doing and you have a great video editor, you can get good results. And BNK should be the model and the standard for all groups out there who really want to learn how to properly film MVs. Because it's to me, when I look at BNK, I look at it's like a resurgence of the old school AKB. Their spirit has channeled into Thailand.
Yeah.
And Thailand is on fire now with the idols. And it's like
definitely.
They're like, welcome, idol, please come. And they've embraced it so wholeheartedly this past year. Again, they're the honor students. They're the ones we can't really say anything bad about. We knew they were going to give us something good. They anytime we tell them, hey, you got a project to this is the deadline and this is what we expect, they deliver. And it's just, again, I can't say enough good things about it. And I will say this, Chaparral is looking pretty good with her short hair. I'm just throwing that out there. I think it works for her. What do you guys think?
Oh, definitely.
That's all I have to say. I mean,
it suits her.
Yeah, it suits her. So, but anyways, that's all. All right, go ahead. Sorry. What do you think?
Yex, do you want to go first? Because I think Colin has a
since
lot to say.
BNK is his baby, go for it, Colin.
Yeah, go for it. I'm very curious what you have to say.
I actually was so busy that I did not watch it when it came out. I watched it the day after. But it is awesome. I was worried about something, and I still have a nitpick with it. Maybe a con, but I think it's once again wonderful. I think it's not my favorite, maybe my favorite. I don't know. But it is definitely, absolutely. The scenery is beautiful. All the places where they go, they really make it diverse. Forest area, water, kind of savanna kind of thing. Buildings. It is urban, I should say. It is really diverse and beautiful. The costumes, I love all the costumes, but the blue ones I love the most.
Yeah.
it's really, it has this Girl Scout kind of feeling, but maybe that's me. But I do really like it.
They're like a guide, I would say. There was a moment
like
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the yellow outfits I would say are a bit more.
Yeah, those were the
mandatory
guides, and then you had like the local, I would say, and you had. It depended on which area they were in, I believe.
Yeah,
that was a
pirate
style behind
outfits,
it.
kind of ish, but I still love those. Like now, outfits were once again great. Like I really like that they did change it around. I do hope that they stick it just with the blue ones, just for performing. But I would not, mind the other ones. Members were fantastic. The landscapes was great. What the talk is that they were in, I don't know how you call it, but like working with the tourism authority of Thailand to really produce this MV, which really is, as we kind of said earlier, like a promotion video for Thailand.
Yeah.
And I think it works really well. Like some travel campaign, I could definitely see them play this in like a flight store, whatever that's called, and you want to go to Thailand. It's like, yeah, just watch this video. I could definitely see this in a tourist bureau like that. I do have a nitpick.
Oh,
Interesting.
Well, that is what Robin a bit say. I do think, and I love BNK. I love them. I can't say a bad thing about them. I do think that naming all the places is lengthy. It is longer in that regard. I want to say it's like 20 seconds longer, which isn't much. But I
don't think it was 20 seconds, to be honest.
More than 20 seconds, I think.
Compared to the Team 8 one, I'm pretty sure it's like 20 seconds. And when you watch with the MV, it is fine because they show great things. They have like stickers or whatever they have. I love it. Or patches for the Girl Scout thing they did at the end. I really like that. But when I was watching the live performance, because they did a concert and it's like they perform songs and then they show the MV towards the audience and then they upload it to YouTube. With when Team 8 does it, they all have to say the town and they go, hey, up and such. And with BNK, I was really looking at it and I'm like, pretty much everyone is doing this for like a solid 2 minutes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just imagine this. I was really looking. There were a few girls that were like, I don't want to do this for 2 minutes. Like,
Ding, buddy.
I do think it's a bit lengthy. A few girls really had this look on their face. It's like, okay, it is a bit long. I don't blame them. You want to mention, 77 places.
Yeah, it's just the one fair I had actually when they went 77. Yeah, that's the only fair I had because 47 naming 47 prefectures was already long. Now you have 77. Yikes!
And the difference was with the original is you had every member had only say one prefecture where they're from. This time you had say multiple, so you maybe see this because they had to wait their turn to say the next.
If it's just with the Senbatsu, I don't know how many girls there actually were, like 20 something, but they all have to say it at least 3 times.
The Senbatsu was 24.
24.
3, maybe Chaprong 4, and Jen is 4. I don't know, but it's it's long, and when you do it live, I mean, if I had to do this the entire time for like 2 minutes, and then I would have been, I don't know, I wouldn't have been a fan. I imagine that some girls are like, if I have to do this 3 performances a day, I'll be dead. But that's the only nitpick that I have. It is long, but I expected that from the beginning. Naming all the places, it will take a bit. But it is better than I thought it would be. But it's really a nitpick. It's like, I don't blame them. The reason my nitpick is a nitpick is because I imagine if I had to do that the entire day, just do this in the moment, then I would have been a bit, But I think it's great. I think it's amazing. It's fantastic, and they once again pull off something pretty good.
Well, you have to be quite honest. They actually blew the Team 8 MV out of the water. It was
yeah, okay. There's a different side to that. I would say budget-wise, Team 8 was, like this is their first single, new
yeah,
group.
true.
B-side, here's your budget. Here's some the game of life field you can use. No, but this had the hype behind it, and this had the budget behind it. So yeah, definitely the MV. But what I like the most, there's a clear difference in MV type. It's not like, let's take this MV and make it exactly the same in our own. No, this is basically we know the concept of the song, and let's make the MV around it. And they really blew it out of the water on that. You can show this basically if someone wants to know more about Thailand, you just show the song and you learn a lot already from Thailand.
Exactly.
That I really like about it.
The song itself is perfect for that actually as well, because it's basically a national, and you can use it as a sort of an anthem, I would say. So yeah.
Yeah. I think it like a national anthem, like you're saying at Olympic Fields. And here's Thailand, and you're here like do 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 do, like, or like this, right on the right side. No, I don't think it works like that.
I mean,
how long is your anthem?
It's like basically a way to, I think, show Thai pride, and I love that it can be done with Idol. And again, it's like it's very nostalgic of when AKB did it. It's like that back when AKB was getting accepted by the general audiences enough to fill the Tokyo Dome. Yeah. I don't think they can do it now, but it's interesting back then that kind of excitement is now we're seeing it in Thailand. So once again, that echo of the past being the present now in Thailand, it's just really crazy. It's like you're stepping into a time machine when you go to Thailand now, and you're like, oh wow, it's like they're discovering Idol for the first time or something. Yeah. I love it. But it's all power, all strength, respect to the BNK management team for doing it correctly, but also the girls. The girls are they're really holding it down, and Chaprang's like, she's a bona fide star. So, and then of course Izone, you can't discount her ever. So it's just really great to see what they're doing with all of this. It's pretty good.
Do you guys remember that special version of Aitakata?
Which one?
Aitakata Z. That's when they had like the traditional Japanese drums added to it, and they were all in this special little town.
Yeah.
That's the feeling I'm getting with this song. It's like it's their own special little version to that side.
Yeah, their own rendition. Yeah.
Yeah, I miss that. I really, really like that. So yeah. So that's the fun part. Any other fun part, or are we going to a little more serious?
BNK's management had a name change. Usually they were called Official, and now they had a name change and it's called I Am. Also, IAM. Okay. They're doing more things. I think they want to branch out more. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, name change, so I can't call them Official anymore. Okay. Maybe a bit odd name, but oh well.
Official was it Office? Because I'm used to BNK Office actually being used.
Usually, management was referred to as Official.
Okay.
Just like that.
So, a small little change.
Yeah.
Not too big. Maybe just a name to feel fresh. Who knows?
Yeah, perhaps.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What else?
Speaking of BNK,
nah.
I have no segues currently right now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. BNK has a sister group now, CGM48 has revealed all its members. I don't have that much to say about it, but they were announced, the group, on June the 2nd, and at the end of October, boom, 25 members in total, 23 new. I saw them, I watched it. New group. They didn't reveal a first single. They just showed the members, nicknames and all. That's pretty much it. I don't have a big opinion about it, but let's see what they will deliver. I know Izone will kill it because she's absolutely fantastic. She is the manager.
48?
CGM Chiang Mai.
Oh, they have a Facebook page. That's good. They
Is
have a
there anything
Wikipedia
about
page.
the first single though?
Let's see. Stage 48 wiki. All right.
But yeah, Izone will kill it.
Currently, members, trainees, October 21st.
Yeah,
Nothing
pretty much.
official yet. Introduction. So wow, they don't even have pictures yet. So it's only
It's really new, yeah.
Izarina and Punjabi
Oh, yeah.
Junkai Chayoron.
BNK
That's the long
member.
name.
She is
Yeah.
local, so pretty good.
Yeah.
I think she's the captain. But yeah,
But
she
they
will-
still have so -2, so 21 new members have been announced.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm seeing some names like Angel, Fasai,
Yeah.
Fortune.
Yeah, interesting
Cut-
nicknames again.
There's one name that I can pronounce here, I think.
Oh, and it is?
It's well, basically English name is Shampoo, I think. But if I announce this, I would probably insult someone, so I won't do that.
Okay.
Kyla, you have Latin.
Yeah,
Kaiwan.
yeah. I remember
Someone's
that.
name is Milk. How does
Yeah.
these
Yeah,
names work, Colin? Can you answer that for me?
I have-
Because
I have
we have
no clue how
music
they-
and we had mobile, and were they
I mean,
nicknames?
some I'm like, yeah, that's fine. There's like Pun, her real
Punch.
name is Punch.
Someone is named
Yeah,
Punch.
Yeah.
It's some names I'm like, it's just a nickname shorter, like Pun instead of Punsicorn. So
Yeah.
that's fine.
Bean.
Champrong works. But some of the nicknames I'm like, how? But,
Ping
maybe-
and
I-
Punch.
yeah. FIFA is for one.
Shampoo.
FIFA.
You have basically, if I'm looking at this list, I'm doing the groceries. I'm getting shampoo. I'm getting milk.
Sorry about this.
Yeah,
No,
from
I
from a
really want to know. Is it like a nickname system or something?
people, BNK people, I know you're watching. Let us know for the origin nicknames for CGM.
I
sure
do
there are
understand
reasons.
why shampoo has a nickname though, because I cannot pronounce his name on air.
Don't do it. Let's not do it.
Look it up, Colin. In the meantime, if you can do it,
Oh man.
and then you'll be like understanding. Yeah, it doesn't work.
I'm gonna
Like-
check now.
I don't know. Like I think a lot of it is though. It's like if you look at like Chinese people, a lot of times like they'll make their names like my name's Susan and her real name is like Cheng Yi or something, and they know like nobody in the West could pronounce that or even understand it.
Yeah, so they
they'll
just call me Water.
Right. Like they'll just come up with. I think Thai are much more simple about it. I think they're just like, yeah, you know what? I like shampoo. That's what I'm gonna call myself.
Did you?
I mean,
did you
really.
find the name, Colin? In the meantime.
Okay, I gotcha. I see the name. Yeah.
What? Shampoo?
Yes.
Shampoo.
Yeah,
Shampoo?
CH.
Yeah, but before that, so what her original name is?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can see it. I see what you mean. Okay.
I
That's a
can.
bit-
I
mean,
can.
It's okay. I get it. Yeah.
Hey, look it up if
Hey.
you want to know what we're talking about. I'm not gonna share that.
No, I'm. The more I think about it, the more I'm gonna giggle. Which is, it's not nice. I admit.
I know it's
that's
a
the
name,
thing
but
with-
still, we're Western English, so
I mean, I've seen some. Maybe you have to like photos of people who have like names like Superman, Batman. One to a popular guy from a couple decades ago, which I will not mention. It's like some names I'm like, okay, I know. Parents want that. But it depends. Cultural differences. Some names
Yeah,
are like,
true, yeah.
excuse me. I once saw some guy named a word that in our language is a vulgar word. So hey, that happens. That's the world for you.
All right. Yeah. So lots of things happening on the good side. What else? What else got from you, Colin, that we can talk about?
It's this group. They have a queen, but the queen is absent. But the center position is basically one of the best things I've heard this year. But DX, you take it away. I've talked already a bit too much.
Well, SKE revealed their new Senbatsu list. First, it's not the first center, I would say, but first manager center is Dasu.
Hey, I'm so happy.
Finally, management has acknowledged her and given her a chance to shine at the center stage. It's also going
Only
to be
took
the
them
final
how
single.
long?
Yeah.
How many singles are we in?
25?
Okay, it took them
like that?
24 singles to get him.
Only.
Dasu is first generation, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I want to say yeah.
It's first or second. Or she is veteran. Let's just put it that way.
Yes, that's a veteran and
Yeah,
long
true.
overdue. Let's see.
The single name is Soyu Toku Aruyone. And
Oh, the name. Oh, yeah.
And it's
that
scheduled
doesn't
to
mean
release in
something?
January next year.
So it's
15
next year's single.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, 15th
That's
of
interesting.
January. A bit odd. It's that late, but Christmas, so maybe they don't want to. Dasu is third generation, by the way. Oops. But
Third.
yeah, it will be a while. Maybe we'll get the MV around Christmas, and we'll
perhaps.
see what it is. Bit long, but surely there's.
Now
a
I'm
reason for it.
wondering if Yukarin is ever a center.
Yeah,
You
Green
could,
Flash.
Green Flash.
But
yeah.
that was
Flash.
like
Well,
far away.
Doesn't
So-
That was a
count.
double.
Doesn't count.
Or was it four? Either way,
No, I
not
don't
an
think she had a
A-side
solo
of the
center.
song.
No.
What about maybe with French Kiss?
Yeah, perhaps, but
Doesn't count.
Yeah, that's true.
Not even NMB where she was in NGT.
Oh, yeah,
so no.
true.
No. So still, yeah. Wondering. Still amazing. Then accomplished finally for Dasu being in that center position. What are we gonna do with it? I think. I'm trying to think her style. Not too comedic. Hope.
not likely.
Fun?
I'm not sure, to be quite honest. Kind of
Either
hoping for a single like Jinigatsu no Kangaroo, something like that in that style, I would say.
Yeah, something fun, upbeat, maybe quirky, energetic. Energetic is the word I'm going for. I would be surprised if it's like, something slower.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely see it energetic, funny, maybe. We'll see. I hope it's something. I mean, you can't go lower than what we had previously, but hey, could be great. I look forward to it. I'm very
Well,
happy.
to be fair, from SKE, or am I missing the song one? The last one was the fun song in the classroom, right?
Stand
Dude.
by You. That
Yeah.
was last year.
No. Frustration.
Yeah, Frustration was over the summer, and then before that was Stand by You, which
Yeah.
last
that.
year, November, December, I want to say.
Really, Stand By You is already a year
Yeah.
old.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's from December last year.
I actually erased Frustration out of my mind. That's an
Hey,
awful.
good.
That's an awful rap song, right? That
Yeah, it's the
in
Simpsons
weird
song.
colors
Simpsons
in.
song.
Poor Furata now.
Yeah. Terrible.
Wow, that was okay. Forgot
At
that
least you
song
forgot about
existed.
it. No, I did not. I forgot everything about it, but I remember that it.
Yeah. So the other thing in the room, though. So I'm very happy for Sudahakari, but this is like the first single Matsui Jurina is not in it at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
So what is the feeling of people basically finding out that Jurina is not in there? Because when I heard it, my alerts were ringing. It's like, oh, that's okay. She took a hiatus. She's thinking about others. She's bringing her other album. Graduation. That's my feeling. It's coming up. I think in 2020, Matsui Jurina will announce graduation. That's my feeling.
What's really weird about that is like if she does that before you, Kieran. I don't know.
Oh,
It
man.
just
Bro.
feels weird.
Before Minami.
Nah,
Minamichi,
I'm
yeah.
telling you, she's gonna
Minamichi.
stay to the
Wow.
very end. She'll stay till they kick her out.
Yeah, pretty
think
much.
she needs it. I'm not even kidding. Like I cannot see her graduating.
I think it will be even worse than that. I think she will go down with the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
I think the group will be disbanded before graduation.
Oh, you think disbanded, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Oh,
know.
we'll get
The more
into
I've
that
been thinking
later,
about,
but
well, the more I'm thinking about that, though, to be honest, I almost feel like AKB would just fade away. It wouldn't just go. Like it would be more like gradually whittled down. But like you see a lot of idol groups now, like that were huge once before. They're still around. They're not active like they were.
Not,
With
yeah.
AKB, again, they don't have to do anything except just return to the donkey. That's every day it's sold out.
Yeah. Still.
You can't get in there. So it's, it would become a massively smaller visible thing if that happens, but I don't think it'll disband. I think if anything, there's money to be made, they'll make it.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
Even if they have to keep turning out garbage singles, like they'll do it, Or it'll go back to how it used to be, like in the first year, where it was actually this like cool little Akihabara secret. It was like you had to know, and of course everybody knows it. It'd be an open secret, but it'd be more like just something you do when you go to Akihabara. Go
maybe
visit
that's the
AKB
idea.
there.
Maybe they'll go
Maybe.
away for a couple of years in the media, and it's like they're still
Right.
around, and then they come back in. I don't know.
I can only hope.
Rather sooner than later.
Yeah.
It's not been a good year for
It's been
2019.
It's been really rough. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
it's
they've
not
lost
even their
everybody.
fault.
Well, I'm looking forward to this single though.
I
Me
do.
too.
If it's any good, not like Frustration. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's
the
true.
thing-
We don't know until we see it.
I mean, the thing about SKE is that they are trying new things, I think,
Yeah, true.
and I think they're going to continue to do that as the next year unfolds. We'll see. But I feel like they are forward thinking and they are trying new stuff. And I mean, even the fact they have Dasu, that's a good step in the right direction. At the same time, they're still going like 20 steps backwards because they're not putting Tani Mark on anything. So sorry, but SKE, come on. Mayoshi, come on.
Not doing so
Hopefully
well.
give my girl a
man.
break. or
Yeah.
she could graduate, and then technically she's not an idol anymore, which means technically I can stalk her and find her. Nope, just kidding. Just kidding. Wouldn't do that.
Dude.
Wouldn't do that. Wouldn't do that.
Okay.
That was
Let's
not
not go
recorded.
there, dude. Let's not go there.
Not doing it.
Things
I don't
I
like that.
regret to say.
Yeah, right.
Number
I
5.
got a whole bunch of those. There's a whole YouTube channel dedicated to that in my life.
Oh,
I
man.
did see something lately from
I don't
Tani
like idols.
Marika.
I don't like idols. I don't like idols. I don't like idols. Okay, we're good.
There was this stage she was on, and she was I think celebrating her birthday. Could it be at it on 10th of November? Is that an idea?
Mm.
Yeah, was it? Or I'm asking.
I'm not sure to be
No,
quite
it
honest.
was. No. It was. It's just it's been such a crappy year that like I just didn't want to even bring it up because it's like it's almost depressing. What can you do? I think she's well actually no. What am I talking about? I want to say
She changed the character a lot, I would say.
yeah, but no. I think her birthday's in January. What am I? It's not in.
Yeah, she's in January. She's like a month
She's
older
a January
than herself.
baby. Yeah, like right
was
after
it?
the New Year's. Hold on,
It
yeah, let me
was
check.
a special performance then.
Yeah. No, she's still super young though. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean she's got a whole life ahead of her. Whatever. But,
We did see the birthday from Furuhata now though. The
Yeah, the
birthday
Harem
stage.
King from
Oh,
SE.
yeah.
Yep.
Holy crap! It's
The
like,
Harem King
all
from
right,
SE.
everybody gather around.
Yep.
That was fun to watch.
Still laughing about
Yeah.
the whole thing between Furata now and Takeyanagi Akane, where they had to
That
kiss.
video.
And Furata now actually tried to shove her phone into Takeyanagi Akane. So yeah, whoa.
Hey, she was performing. Hey, it's part of the song. It's like good excuse.
Good excuse. But yeah.
Let's see. All right, Colin, what else do you have for?
Sad news.
Oh dear God.
Sad
Sorry.
news.
Sad news. Sad news. Sad news. Sad
Oh, boy.
news. Do you want to go into a big discussion?
The biggest one is the one that I'm not even sad about. It's the other three that I'm quite sad about.
Okay,
The first
okay.
one,
Before we go into this whole debacle, I just want to say, because I'm noticing a lot of Twitter, the act that. All right, it all started with a picture of BTS selling out a arena, a dome. And then someone replied with AKB did it first, and they sold out. And then it started with comments like, "Oh, those are only family members because they have like 400 members, and they have this system and then get thrown out." And all these Korean fans, those K-pop fans, they were so misinformed, and then you have the diehard fans that went against them, and it started this whole basically Twitter war with like, "No, AKB is this and this," and then you had like K-pop people. Wait, I actually did some research. Turns out it's very interesting, actually. They have sister groups, they have so many people, and then I'm looking what's happening. It's like, it all started with one picture. And I think it's a combination with all the other news that we're talking about that's coming up. But did you guys see any of this? This whole
I
war?
did.
Yeah, same. I've seen it, but I didn't follow it because it was, oh boy, not again.
I was like, oh, it's just, I don't. It felt so much energy, just like, do I really have to explain you to this? And I love they always bring that up, that one fact. Yeah, but one member shaved her head because.
There's so many other scandals we can talk about.
Yeah, exactly.
Not a good thing, by the way.
That's true. That's true.
I saw a picture of Achan being drunk.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there was this photo of she was basically had a drunk face on her, no shoes on, and then I think her husband, or then at the time boyfriend, who knows, I don't know, had to carry her up, but he carried her in such a weird way.
Oh, that photo, yeah.
It's like an olden time, right? Or
it's a pretty old photo, actually, yeah.
Yeah, so they're showing pictures like that, so I'm basically just watching. Interesting. And going on like that.
I mean, it's funny they would pick that because, like, there's a photo, a very famous photo a long time ago, I think, of Achan, like, wasted and Yuko, like, carrying her.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, those two were, like, out, and, like, Yuko was, like, be like, come on. And it looked like, literally, like, she was just gone. And Yuko, being Yuko, just,
hey, it
looking
happens to
after
me
her
as
big
well.
sister.
It's normal.
We all been there.
Yep,
all
we've
been
all
there.
been there.
No.
Never?
Ah.
Never ever?
Really?
Nope.
Not even close?
I've never drank alcohol. Never.
Wow, straight edge, nice. Hey, no, I commend that. Hey, if you're straight edge, that's very, very commendable to be that. So.
Wait.
Tried,
you can't say he's straight edge. Hold on. Do you smoke cigarettes?
Oh no, I'm anti-smoking. I know.
And
Drinking suggestive, but no smoking.
do you do drugs? Because if you do drugs,
Nope.
you're not straight edge. Oh, so
I
you
don't
are
do
straight.
any-
He
I
is
don't-
straight edge.
I
You
don't
get the
drink.
crosses then,
I don't
see a punk.
But that's a choice. Smoking, I'm against, and drugs, I don't do it. But maybe medicinal uses, I do think is fine. But no, I don't do those things. Nope. Just no.
Oh, hey, very commendable, dude.
Yeah.
Very commendable. That's that. Wow. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
back to
very
the back to that though. So the discussion. I'm just reading it, and you can tell when people are ignorant saying stuff like these things. I do have to side on K-pop side. Basically, they were celebrating that BTS sold out an arena in Japan, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, and just to go on defending it's like, oh, they're not the first or something like that. Like, oh, just let them have the win. They're celebrating. Why do you have to be raining down on their parade? I would say it's not needed. It's unnecessary situation.
The reaction could also not be. You couldn't. I don't see it quite like that. It's a bit they took it the wrong way, but
a lot of people took it the wrong way, and that's the
much.
problem, I would say.
They don't. It's a certain level of arrogance. But continue.
Yeah. No, I noticed that, but then the whole thing blew up, and I think Colin's gonna sit a little back for this topic. So, those who don't know, the since the program of Produce
Here you go.
came out, the 101, the 48s, and stuff like. It's always been on fire, and we talked about this when we watched Produce 48. This seems rigged. You know, it's like, hey, this isn't correct. This isn't right. No way.
No way.
Well, yes way in this case. Now 10 people that are involved as producing or management with the show of Mnet have been arrested on this case and prosecuted on the side of being the show rigged. So good on them to take like 2 years, multiple years. The downside is though, now the groups don't have any management for some reason. They don't have any performance. Some performance got cancelled even, and they're getting flack and hate. And we live in a day and age where cancel culture is a thing. So
yeah, wow.
I don't.
It's so ridiculous. It's like something happened, and then some people are like, and Tayo's like, rabble. It's like, I was so involved emotionally. I don't think so. But hey, you should just like, you have no idea what it's talking about. But they should quit. That's basically what the culture is. They're like, even with the smallest thing, people get on people for online. It's like, how could you do
Really?
that?
I've never heard that about the internet.
I know how the internet works on that side. It's just sad that it's now a whole thing just to be in that group, and a lot of people can get mentally exhausted by this. So I feel sad for IZ*ONE currently because there's nothing coming out of it right now, and they don't know how their future's gonna be. So that sucks. And people are trying to support it and see like, no, we're still gonna support it and still gonna. Currently, they don't have anything, I believe.
No, last
So
thing
what do you guys
I've
think?
heard, last thing I've heard is their first couple of media appearances were cancelled, but not quite sure how their future appearances are going to be, to be quite honest.
We still don't have a third Korean single coming out. Nothing been announced.
Pretty much, yeah. So it was around this time they were actually supposed to be promoting the new single, whatever that might be. But right now I'm not sure what's going on. So yeah.
I mean, here's the deal. Like, first of all, in any situation like this, you know, it is proper to step back and to like get out of the spotlight for a bit, because that's a good way to like get people's minds off of you. You know, if you're just not in everyone's face every 3 seconds, it's not a bad thing. Here's the thing though, you got to go back. Like when we watched it, we all thought that. We all felt like, there's something not right here. And it makes sense because like what's her name at the very end didn't win, and we were just like,
Lee Kaun?
You know what I'm talking. Yeah, like it's like, come on, like that girl was ridiculous. And it's like, I'm not saying that the ones that didn't get in shouldn't be in. They've all done phenomenally well, so more power to them. But I'm saying like it's not the girls' fault, and that's one thing people have to understand here is like if you're gonna attack anyone, definitely attack the management for not doing this fair. But don't get on the girls. That's not their fault. They've done their job. I'd say it's a real shame and pity for all the girls that took the time and effort to go to Korea to do this on the Japanese side, even the Korean girls, and to like be just dismissed because the people were together and thought, you know what, we're not gonna use this person. They're not too photogenic. This person, maybe we're gonna have more luck with this person. I mean, it's not right. It's not right, but at the same time, I hate to say it. Did anyone really think it wasn't going to be like this? Like, I hate to rag on the K-pop industry because J-pop is we have our problems, but it's like every other day there's a scandal in K-pop. Every other day, there's a scandal. There's a problem. It's just like that industry is just wow. On one hand, it delivers some of the most amazing, incredible, and exciting music in our time. On the other hand, it delivers some of the most god-awful fanship, the most ridiculous fans that are like horrible to their idols. I mean, horrible, and should be ashamed of themselves. And then on top of that, like the staff, we've heard of like the slave contracts, all that stuff. again, I'm speaking as an outsider who isn't an expert in the world, so I have no fight in this, really. I don't care one way or another, I guess. All I care about is that the girls are okay. So my thing in this would be leave the girls alone. They've done a great job given what they've been given. But I will say this at the same time, let's maybe can it on Produce 101 because clearly, I mean, it's shown that it can make something great, but the way it made it was so incorrect and improper. Does that make what they've made a good thing if they continue? And I don't see them continue. I mean, if they're all getting arrested, I think they're done. You know? But then again, it's show business. Like, I'm gonna be really honest. When you're in this kind of business, you do have an image to control. You do have money to be made. There's a lot of investors that want to see a return on that investment. We forget what that word investor means. That like, hey, I'm giving you millions of dollars. I want this girl, and I want this girl. And you better be darn well sure that investor's word is going to be worth way more than some Joe Schmo Korean in
They
Seoul
should have
picking up the
had.
phone.
It should have not been a voting type of show. I would
Yeah.
say that's
It
the
should
biggest
not have
problem.
been a voting type at all. If you're gonna dismiss those people, then dismiss that. Then don't have it. But
Maybe
you
in
know
the
why we did it.
finals. Maybe in the finals they should have been like, okay, thank you all the fans for voting. These are the girls. Now we have this group of investors. Be honest. Be like, hey, these are the investors, and they're gonna choose which they want to see in the.
Yeah, like I agree. Like transparency is the way to go. Like I mean I think transparency is always a good thing in entertainment. But I also think again, why not just put out something, make it exciting, get fans' opinions, but let them know. Like, we're just curious what you think. But again, this is a business. Like, we're gonna pick the best people for the job that we think is the best, and also unspoken what the investors tell us they want. Because clearly, like, I'm sorry if I'm giving you $5 million and I tell you I want Tiny Marca to be the center of an SKE song, and I'm giving SKE $5 million, she better be the single. She better be the center in the next single. Because she's not, you're not getting my 5 million. I mean, that's business, That's why in politics it gets corrupt because a lot of politicians they'll be like, "Here, give me $20 million to do this for my city,"
Here is this
and I'll.
suitcase with my paperwork, but it's
There you
special
go.
paper.
Yeah,
It's
something like that.
special paperwork. So I mean, I get again. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I mean, it's business. It's a certain way and type of business. Is it right? No. It sucks. It's even more dealing with young girls that like you're shaping these girls' futures and you're doing it with the money instead of like the talent. But again, to the credit of the girls that were picked, they are phenomenal. So and I hate to say it, I think Produce 101 pretty much got it right. I mean, I don't get me wrong. There was a couple I don't think they got right on, but I'm saying for the most part, I can't deny the girls. I mean, for me, my
But
problem with
yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
my problem with Eyes One is not the girls at all, not even a little bit. The music. It's cookie cutter, a lot of it. But that's neither here nor there. There's also some songs they put out that are actually pretty good. But overall, the girls are a genuine idol group, and they've done it, and they're darlings of the media. So again, this is where the crappy fanship of the K-pop fans comes in. They're going to attack these poor girls for that, probably, like you guys are saying. That's horrible. Like, why? They're
Yeah,
they're the
Q1
victims here.
is getting attacked lots and
Why?
lots by people.
Why?
I have no clue why, but
That's
it's like
horrible.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Leave the girls out of it because I did in this business, and I've realized this more from working in it on this side of the world in Japan. The girls, I mean, I don't want to look at them as commodities, but they're meant to be protected. They're meant to be cared for. They're young girls in most cases that like they're in the prime of their life. They're choosing to not get married at 22, 23, 24 because they're choosing to devote their life to make me and you and every other, jerk off fan who sucks like happy. You know what I mean? Like think about that. They're sacrificing their youth for us. So the least we can do is give them the proper support. Now, if they screw up, they screw up. Again, they're even that I almost can forgive a lot of them because they're so young. It's like who knows what they want at 23? Really, who knows what they want? And here, I'm going to put you on a stage in front of millions and millions of people. Here you go. May God be with you. And it's like these girls are. I mean, you have to support them. You have to be an anchor for them. You can't betray their trust. Because I see here in Japan when that happens, like the proverbial crap hits the fan. You know what I mean? And it's not pretty what comes back spewing in your face. And in Korea, it seems to happen with septic tank amounts of it just being shoved in everybody's faces now. Because honestly, that was so bad and messed up when I saw that. And I really, like, I actually paused when DX, like, when he wrote me in the thing, I was like, huh? Like, what? And then I start reading. I'm just shaking my head. I'm like, those poor girls. Everything they've done this year, done. Probably. I don't know. I think if they step back, maybe this will blow over. You know, there's been a lot of Korean and K-pop artists that have, you know, they've overcome scandals and they've come back. You know,
Yeah.
That's a given.
That's a given. I mean, it's almost, you can't be an idol without at least scandal anymore. I swear. Otherwise, you're not a real idol. But it's like you're in the business long enough, you're gonna have a scandal. But these poor girls, again, this is the ridiculous part about it. It's not their scandal; it's their management scandal. Shame on them. And honestly, like, really shame on you, because like, not like, it's like, why? You had so many great girls. If you really wanted to like screw people over and say your vote didn't matter, instead of that, why not say, well, look, we can't choose who you chose as the top girl, but we're gonna take your top girl and make like another group and make a group around that girl or something. I mean, that's something as an investor I would do. Like, here, I want $10 million to put Sakura-tan in here, but I'm gonna give you another 10 million to pick somebody else who the fans pick. I think that's cool. You know, why not? Why not? I mean, what's better than One Eyes one? Two. Honestly.
Yeah.
Well,
Honestly, I'll take more.
basically what happened now is all the activities have been postponed since the arrest.
Yeah.
Yesterday, on this time, the new album should have been released, and that was called
Bloom Eyes.
Bloomish.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bloom Eyes, Bloomish, I think, or something like that.
Great
Ayaya was on there, so that
Yeah,
was cool
man.
if it was on there. Eyes, Fiesta, Dreamlike, So Curious, Spaceship. There's a Spaceship. You and I, Daydream, Pink Blusher, Open Your Eyes, and 2 Korean names I pronounce. So that would have been 12 songs. That's cool. Well, we'll see when that will happen, or at least because it was already done because of this scandal. Now, basically, it's on hold. So
Of course.
yeah, they're
Poor those poor
currently. Well, they have free time now. They can eat, maybe. That's an idea.
Perhaps.
Oh,
Yeah,
too harsh. Too harsh.
Yeah, too harsh, man.
Oh, ouch.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Although I want to go now to the other side. Am I missing something else on this discussion that's happening? Basically.
No, I think we covered most of it, I would say. Oh, Dirk?
I got one last quick and fun point.
Yeah.
It's going to be, how ironic is it going to be if Korean prisons are not very forgiving and the people going there are going to be way more thinner than the girls? I take a little bit of like joy in that. Just they deserve
Just
it.
slightly.
Yeah, slightly.
Yeah. So I want to go back to the other side since we're going still on the bad news stuff. This is speculation. Once again, can't say that enough. Kouhaku has released the groups basically that will be performing. I'm seeing Nogizaka 46. I am seeing Keikizaka 46. I believe I saw Yamamoto Sayaka being there as performer.
Mhm.
Did not see any 48 in there. And that means like even AKB48 not being at Kouhaku. This is still speculation. Can't say that enough. What do you guys think in this situation? Is that the final nail to put in the coffin for this entire year AKB48s have happened?
To be quite honest, I don't see them getting invited at all, to be quite honest, because it really was a bad year for the 48 groups.
What happened?
It started
What
with...
happened this year?
Besides the bad news?
Yamaguchi Maho happened.
Yeah,
that's what happened.
Yamaguchi Maho.
She's doing fine. They're now basically blaming her because they knew her, or there was this like picture at a handshake event that she was doing like this, and the guy did like this, and that was the room number. So now they're saying, well, she knew that, like she was in cahoots with that person. Or basically, he asked like, "Hey, can you do a 6?" And she's like, "Okay," and he does O2. So he's like, Maybe she didn't know. Who knows? It's whatever. On her own end, she's doing fine. She's doing magazines and modeling and photo shoots. So top, very good on
Yeah,
that.
I think that the discussion about what happened this year, obviously that's a whole other episode. But I will say this.
Next month, about
Yeah.
month and a half or something.
Yeah, but I will say briefly, and I mean this actually, AKB hadn't had a good year, but you can't really even just pin it on the Maholan incident. It's just a big, massive scale back because there's just no talent. Like not to pick on the girls, I'm saying like no showing of talent, I should say,
Yeah.
because
They had
you
one.
canceled. They
Two.
had one, they canceled it, and you get rid of all your major events. I mean, why should Kouhaku invite them? I mean, I
Yeah.
know they think it's just for tradition.
Nah,
I don't know.
doesn't work like that. Doesn't work like
Kouhaku
that.
is still the biggest event of the year for music entertainment in Japan. It's the number one watch program. Other than that, then it's Gaki no Tsukai. Because in New Year's or in New Year's Eve, there's nothing. There's nothing going on in Japan. You watch these two shows and then you go into the new year. They're skipping out on that. That's the big thing behind this. And yeah, it's bad management. It's basically they had the chance with Yahagi Moik, and yeah, she's like, I'm out.
I'm out
It's
here.
like I centered. It was fun. It was you did nothing with the promotional. Basically, it was we performed on Music Station. Not really any other promotion on that. You know what? I'm going back with the guy I was with. That's the idea. And can I blame her? No. It's basically what I'm saying. It's like I'm watching Iliama Ana with her videos on Mexico,
Yeah.
and they are so much more interesting. And it's all her. It's no promotion behind something on. She still says she's part of AKB48. I know.
Didn't like Hillary too? Like, didn't she troll us all today?
You mean Tiffany?
Tiffany.
Is that real?
I'm not sure.
This looks like a troll move from her.
Hey, if you can and it makes money, I don't condone it. I would say, hey, it's not my body, it's not my choice. If you want to do that stuff, sure, not my problem.
Well,
I'm not gonna call on that.
There hasn't been a member in a while that's gone over to the dark side lately. So
SKE48, right? That was the last one.
That's the last one, I think. Yeah.
Mikami or Kitamona. Sorry. Sorry.
Porn star extraordinaire now. But yeah. So.
Weird. I don't feel okay with those things. It's like, yeah, Colin.
One thing about Kouhaku, I remember Paul from J Showbiz. I think it was last year that he gave like the numbers for Kouhaku, and they've been dropping ever since. So it's still number one, but not really that popular. It has been in decline for a few years. So I've heard.
Let me find out. Let me find out that. Go continue in the meantime. Cool. So continue, yeah.
No, Kouhaku it's actually a pretty fun show to watch, but I haven't. Yeah, but is there really nothing else on TV in Japan during that time? Because
it's New Year, so people are either out or with. I don't know.
Okay, so I have an article here. Bombed in the ratings, the 68th. The 69th, the ratings were better than previous year. Let's see. Okay. In the last century, it bombed a lot. Yeah, so the top performers, this was in 2017. AKB48 was on the 9th of top performers. They got 41% of the rating, basically.
Yeah.
And that year, It was above 40. 12th highest ranked. In the 2 part 4 with 98. The first part has the 12th highest ranked. The second part is 23rd. The highest ranked was a rating of 45.5%. So that's up from that year. Highest rated moment of the first half were because of Viva la Vida.
Uh-huh.
Tini and was joined on stage by The Pump, AKB48 occurs and Twice.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, but indeed you are right, Colin. It's not doing so well for Colin.
It's still number one, but you have to take into account that, the viewership is declining, which can be for many other factors. I don't blame Kouhaku for it, but I just wanted to point it out because I did remember.
No, that's actually very good. Ratings are important. I listen to a lot of shows about that. Even though we live in a day and age where a lot of things are streamed and you can download it easier or stuff like that, there are still a lot more people that just turn on the TV, even if it's background or something, and just get around on. And yeah, believe it or not, if you think streaming is big, we're still the minority compared to what the rest of the world does. So that's still ratings are important on that side.
That's true.
Yeah,
that
true
they
that.
can make and break a program.
Uh-huh.
If the ratings are not good, then it will get cancelled, or for whatever reason.
I'm surprised Zaka is still going to be there after last year's situation. Remember?
Oh yeah.
Oh
because,
yeah. Wow. Indeed.
So basically, all these girls were not Tachi again.
Did you guys know that? I think I've already mentioned it, but they performed Fukuon ever since.
Much, yeah.
After they just did it in the Tokyo Dome. It was like a year ago, like 10
I
months.
recall something along those lines.
Yeah, 10 months. Jeez. We'll see what happens on that side. And still Nogi, of course, and yeah, would be fun to see Yamatsuka doing her album that's coming out.
Sure.
Oh, and there goes someone, or not.
And
there goes Colin.
No, he comes back soon.
And
He'll
still
come
loading,
back.
I think.
Loading, and he's back.
Colin.
Hi, sorry, I misclicked.
Okay.
That's why, yeah, it wasn't like a disconnection. It felt like you actually left.
No, I tried to be subtle and I misclicked because my finger hurts a bit. So my bad. Sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah, I'll get this more later into the year, but basically I'm saying now if AKB48 won't be in Kouhaku, that really makes the line clear for me of what the future will bring. They're not going to be in the Olympics.
No,
I'm sure of that now. They're not even that relevant then enough, I would say.
I'm not saying it's 100% no for me. I don't think it's 100% no. But yeah, we'll see. Maybe. There's a maybe. That's as far as I go.
Well, they did go more international since, Colin, you have more information on this, of course.
Yeah.
AKB48 went to Barcelona.
Yeah, last weekend. I didn't go, by the way. Short-term notice, lots of planning. I can't do that.
It was really short-term, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, why was
I
that,
want to say 10 days. I want to say 10 days.
Why was that, by the way? It's like the event is probably longer, but they just announced like, oh yeah, they're going. It's like,
the tickets were already sold out.
Yeah, pretty much.
When they got announced, so it's last minute. It's a thing. But I watched videos of it. There were some people that recorded it, and I will leave a link to the channel of this one girl who is a very known Komi Oshi. And she, with a friend or two, they recorded all the performances and they uploaded it. And I will share a link, as I said. And I watched it and I loved it. It was so amazing. If I have to be totally honest, there was one girl that stood out. All the performances. There was one with the brightest of energy, the biggest smile, the highest. Yeah, I think he's going there. It really cannot be denied that Yukurin was amazing.
Oh, God.
I really do. I was watching it, and I'm like, first, okay, Chiori, Saho, love them. They were great. I could name two members that were very lacking.
How was Mogi?
Yeah, Mogi and Katarina. And the other girls, fine. I'll find they did what they needed to do. But the one with the highest energy, the biggest smile, who was really doing the most, and that is unnoticeable. I don't need my glasses to not see that or to see that. Everyone sees it. She was amazing, and I absolutely loved it. Made me happy.
She liked that. Last year she went to Japan Expo, of course, in France. And even though the audience wasn't that big, she just goes all out because she really loves to. To her, it's a special moment, I would say, just to see the foreigners. Well, basically cheer her on that side.
I think she's just a pro. You know, she's been doing this a long time. I think after you do this so long, even in the underworld, like you get that idol, like how do I put that idol intuition, you know, where you know what to do and when to do it, and especially for foreigners, it's like they get a kick out of that. It's cool.
Speaking of which, with quickly, I saw a very funny video of an underworld, underground group. Basically, there was this fan, and I don't know where they're performing, but it wasn't like a stage that you were very close. Basically, it was just on the same level, and this idol was performing a song, but the guy was basically mirroring the moveset to a point that she couldn't even sing normally. She was laughing so hard because this guy was basically outperforming her on the stage. I have no clue, but I saw this on tweet basically, and I laughed so hard because this guy is just basically doing these perfect moves, and you just hear in the background even the idol say, "Yeah, bye." It's like basically, watch out for my job. I love those moments. Yes, there.
Yeah, like we call that Fury copy. Fury copy is when you like you literally just do everything the girl does. I went to Chirin from Gochasto. She's in a new group now called Senkyoku, and her birthday was today. So she had two shows. One was a free show, one was a paid show. I went to the paid show because I was busy with other stuff in the day. The day show was a lot earlier, but the paid show was amazing. The reason I'm telling you all that is because it was at this little theater called Ikebukuro Yes Theater, and little really tiny venue. And there was a guy there who had on one of those hats with the bunny ears that you can like.
Yeah.
This guy in front of me was doing like tiger, fire, cyber, diver, ta, and like he was doing the moves of the girls on stage. Like when the one girl would put her hand up, it'd be like da-da, 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 da-da. It was the fun. I literally was in tears because I've never seen anybody do with the hat. Like the chants
just
and the
pushing buttons.
And then there's this one girl was doing like very similar to what you said, and the crowd parted, and her like I guess one of her big Oshis was like he was like doing every move, and it was like one of those good moments. But see, in the underworld, like that's really normal because it's like when you do it like really exceptionally good, that's pretty cool. But it's like most guys they'll do that, you know, like even I used to do it when I was a fan. Like you kind of get into it, you know. Yanemu does a lot of like hand reach outs to the audience like that, so everybody does that, and it's really an amazing thing to see like 100 people in the crowd do that, you know what I mean? But when you get like real technical dancing like the Fury copy, that's cool, and everybody has a good time watching it. And some guys, seriously, it's like they go home and they practices, or they've just seen the girls do it enough. I mean, that's also could be very true in the underworld. These girls play like every week, so it's like, you know, if you go every show, you're gonna know the move, you know. That's awesome though. Good to hear.
Nice.
Funny.
Yeah. So hey, maybe AKB needs to do that more just to get those audience back. I'd say. Well, like you said, the theater is still going. That's fine. They're still active. New stages all around, and people are enjoying themselves. Some birthday now. And some graduation announcements.
Yes.
Yeah, hey, I thought you had you there. We're going to a happy part. No. We still have some sadness to. Colin?
These ones hurt.
Yep.
They really hurt. I'm gonna begin with NMB's Tanigawa Airi.
Yeah.
She was my original NMB Oshi. With Kamieda Emika, she did this show called Tanieda English.
Yep, English,
and I watched it, and that's how I got more into NMB. And Airi was my first Oshi, so this hurts. I was like, my first. you know, in that kind of sense. But I'm not surprised. She is first gen, always been in, well, pretty much always been in Senbatsu. And to see her go, I don't think that many people are that broken about it. It's not like a Otoyuri, for instance, who graduates. But for me, it is. I had a feeling. But you have that with members that are in it for a long time.
Yeah,
I'm sad. I'm sad, and that's not the only one that I'm sad about. But have you guys anything to say about her?
Yeah, she was always that fun person, you know, always hanging out, and she was always out there, really extrovert. I really liked her, and she was always the one that tried new things pretty much as well. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, really gonna miss her. She's one of those members that you'll begin missing her once she's gone, you know, something like that.
Probably she's going to her YouTube channel more and more, a lot that she's been doing as well in the
Oh,
meantime.
she had that, but she hasn't been doing anything in such a long
it's a
time.
YouTube channel, right? Yeah.
Yeah, the Sayori channel that basically she's doing.
But wasn't that a tie-in with some drama though? To be quite honest.
I forgot.
I think that's the biggest problem. It's like she has now more freedom to do that, so she can pursue anything she wants. So maybe she does that.
Just like all the other members that have been doing that.
Hey, it works. It works for them. So why not? Yeah. Just again, normally I would say graduations are sad announcements. Now I'm thinking it's like finally good idea. That's really weird to them. I really think they can all blossom a lot further now than stay in the group because the group is not doing anything. What's the last NMB song that came out?
The one with Otoyuri. I don't know the title. But I know
exactly. You don't know the title. I don't know the title. I don't even know how the song goes. It's like it comes out. It's forgettable. It goes on. There's only one song I'm still listening to, NMB48, and still that's from last year somewhere. Yokubono.
Yokubono, yeah, I think.
Yeah, that's the name.
Yeah, that's the one I'm still listening to, and it's like it must be so frustrating. You're like performing or nothing happening, nothing is changing. It's like you want something, you want to develop, you want to do some new stuff. You know, have an increase instead of saying like, boring. This is boring. Exactly my echo. It's also boring.
As I've said before, I think any 48 group is more like an internship for entertainment industry. So I never see it as a job you can do for a surplus years. It's just summer internship. I don't know, or maybe not just summer, just an internship. So it's sad. It's a pity, but maybe.
What about the other one?
Ota no.
The unofficial captain of Team 8, yeah.
She was also my first teammate, Oshi. Team
Bad
B
week.
member, and she hasn't been performing. She performed today, but she hasn't been in the Team B performances in a month or so, and I really missed her. And I had a feeling. I also had a feeling with her. It's like, what is she doing? She did do showroom event for 1,000 days, so
yeah,
awesome. That's great. But that's also one I was like, oh, that was also another one that I was very sad about. A great Ato, sad to see her leave with Team B, and both of them are like out very soon. Like I think next month. That's also not fun.
Within the year.
Also very sad. I'm like, oh, two that I really love that are like graduating. I get it. Both are older, you know. You've been around for a while, and it makes sense. Teammate has had that trend also this year. And it's like, it's also one I'm very sad about. I was really sad. Oh.
Any other announcements?
Nothing. Anyone else to say about Ota now?
No, I'm just sad to see her go because she was, for me, even though it wasn't official, but she was for me the captain of Team 8. So.
Yeah, I agree. The eldest one.
I never really had an attachment to her or anything. I mean, if anything, yeah, she missed. I mean, no doubt. The leadership skill there, I think, is going to be what's most going to hurt Team 8 in that regard. But at the same time, I mean, yeah, I could see how that could hurt a lot of people. You know, she was beloved, you know. I mean, I don't think as much as Yui, obviously, but she was up there. I mean, if you had to count like 10, like the top 5 or top 6 girls in teammate, she's in that list every time. Wouldn't you agree? Like, yeah.
Oh yeah,
so.
she is mine.
Lots of AK Bingo appearances, I remember.
Lots, I remember.
She was hilarious. Like,
right?
One of the funniest members, really.
Sad.
And then another.
I mean.
Oh, go ahead, Derek.
Oh no, please, no, I was done. Go.
Oh, another one from Team B. I didn't like this either. Not as sad. Hiwatan also announced graduation, but with that one, I kind of saw it coming. She did have an hiatus that began before the concert from 2017 Susenkyo, where the ranked out, she was revealed to be somewhere in the 120 or something. From that point, she had a hiatus to focus on studies until I want to say somewhere early this summer. So it's a pity. I was very surprised, kinda. I don't mean it in a bad way. By the support, like many people were very upset that she decided to graduate, and that I felt that was good because I didn't think she was that known or liked, and many people were in a very good way sad to see her go. Not as much as the other two, but I think it's a pity. She was very nice, also very kind. She really stood out during the Team B performances. That's also a pity. I feel very bad for Team B, but it is what it is. It's a pity. A pity.
Yeah, I think she's already been busy with, of course, her comedian role. She wants to be a comedian. So I think she can now focus on that fully. The hiatus did help because apparently she looked a lot healthier when she came back.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, a lot of happening. The hiatus is like you come back. Basically, you're not back. You're just gonna announce that you're leaving for real because the hiatus is just, hey, it's looking a lot better now. So
that's good. I mean, in some sense. I mean, again, the nature of idols transient. Idols come and go, and in some hurt more than others because we get attached. In a way, the lack of programs to see these idols makes them leaving a little less painful, I guess. Although I'm not saying it's a good thing to have that, or we should advocate for less programs. We should have more, if anything. But I'm saying, like, to me, it's like it hurts less for me these days because I'm not seeing anyone. Like, if Yukirino would announce graduation 4 years ago, I would have been devastated to the point of like not being able to move. Now it's like, oh, okay, like
finally.
Good luck. I mean, Sachi's gone, for crying out loud. Like, I mean, it's like the queen. It's just at this point, you've lost everybody. Like that made AKB who it was. So without redefining AKB and we're just waiting for the members to leave.
Yeah, and they're seeing it right now. It really is. Maybe I can find out. I wonder if that. Let's see. AKS stock.
Good luck with that.
I'm not sure if they are on it. I'm getting something else though.
Oh.
That's the thing. I think it's not that easy to find for us.
Let's see. Let's see if the internet will work. No, and then I get AKB.
Yeah, no. That's not gonna work.
I get AKS. Let's see what we get here. No stock. Let's see if I can find it. This is really
riveting.
Yeah, riveting adult stuff. No.
Adult stuff.
No, I'm not seeing anything in there. So no, sadly. Maybe in the future. Who knows? If you can find it, put it in the comments below. I would say. Okay. Anything else?
No.
I think we went through most of it. Yeah, or does anyone else has something to share stuff?
There's one graduation.
And?
We did allude to. I mean, we did allude to Yahagi Mooka announce a graduation,
yeah, true.
But not really. It was more of a side thing.
Well, I wouldn't say it's graduation. It's like, I'm leaving. That's the idea, I would say. It's again. It's like you got a center. You did it. You had a performance. You're like
all the things.
Yeah, you're like, I'm good. Bye bye. See you next time. No, that's pretty much it then.
I really thought there would be more of a talk with her.
I mean, The thing with her is like we've already been there, done that with her. The whole thing that she had going on, and she was a hot item for a moment in the sense like you couldn't miss her. And again, this whole tidal wave of graduations and bad things happening this year and cancellations of every major event. It's like I think maybe she read the writing on the wall.
She was given the ball to roll with it, and she kicked it out of the stadium.
Basically, yeah. She's just like, yeah, I'm not playing. See ya. And like, I don't know if it's more of an assertive thing on her end, if it's just how stuff happened. I don't know. She got caught, and then she was like, well, screw it. I don't care. I don't know. But I give her all props in the world for doing, I guess, what she wants to do. If anything, again, nature of idols transient. Can't say that enough.
Okay then. Well, if there's nothing else, I would like to go to recommendations for the future.
Babies.
What do we have?
Baby news.
We have baby news though. We can still go into.
Baby news.
All right, it's still the continuation of shotgun weddings. Really, it's like got married and now you have a kid. It's like Well, congratulations, Kawaii, for having a kid. Very wonderful on that side. We did talk about Shinoda Mariko's wedding, right?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
I'm sure that. Well, she wasn't pregnant, but who knows?
We don't know. Let's wait a few.
Might be.
They're now saying next up is Mayu. It's like I don't think so.
Nah, I doubt it.
Maybe Takamina.
No, I think Yuko.
Maybe you're pregnant.
I think Yuko. That will be the next one.
Oh,
It's too soon. What knows?
Who knows?
Still,
also Takachaki baby.
Well, we now have a baby unit of AKB48 former members. Let's see if they can go to a Senbatsu.
Oh god.
That's funny.
I think they can.
It's gonna be even funnier if in like 15 years they actually form like a new unit, like all of them. How crazy would that be to see like Mama Yuko in the audience with Mama Achan, Mama Mariko, and like would be this like crazy. What if they're good? What if they're actually good?
If that happens, I will just link this clip into the opening of the show and be like 15 years ago.
I have faith in them. I have faith. Baby 48 will become a thing.
It's weird to see a trend of being like, 1, 2, and now we're at 4 or 5 already.
Yeah.
Do they talk and be like, hey, I got married. When are you getting married? Soon.
Soon?
I mean, it's group thinking here in Japan always, every day. And the AKB girls, those original Kami, very special. They were very linked. They weren't just idols. They were friends. They were very close in most cases.
They still are.
And they still are, and because that friendship really meant something to them. So it does make sense. They're all kind of synced up. It's like girls, and you get a bunch of girls in a room. They can all have their periods at the same time. It's like they sync up. It's like I almost feel it's like the pregnancy thing too.
Well, maybe you do have people that get more hormonal when they see like, oh, I like kids. Oh, I want children. Like, yeah, sure you do. Okay, thank you. Well, that's my take on children.
Yeah, it's just group mentality. That's all.
Hey.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for the baby talk. Then, I wouldn't recommend that. Still.
Oh man.
Anything else?
Nope. Don't think so.
Okay then. Well, I have a recommendation for you guys that's coming up.
Ooh.
Next Sunday. There will be a Keiki Takakanai that has a lift like this. And Kobayashi Yui was on top of here.
Oh god.
And there's a pit.
With flowers?
That's all the previous shows. She's just on there and says, Hayake! So I don't know what they're doing.
Oh, that's so fun.
Are they going to do what I think I'm doing?
I have no clue what they're doing. It looks like a lot of fun. So go watch that next week. Who knows?
Oh man.
I gotta find it, but yeah, that sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds really good.
And
Very
I
good.
still have to watch this week's Keiki Takakanai.
Yes,
So do I still have to watch it? It's the Quiz King episode again. So they're doing like answering questions. Some funny stuff in there. Still waiting for Winter to hit to get that new single.
Friday.
Friday.
Well, if we're looking in this country, winter was here today.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's getting cold here.
It's so cold. Yeah. Other than that, there's an idol wrestling I watch, and that's AEW. And I can't recommend that enough. They're still insanity. Even though the last hardcore match there, that was maybe for the best of heart on that side.
It wasn't for the faint of heart. Let's keep it at that. Yeah.
Still, just watch the Emi Sakura versus Riho match. That is a very good match. That was very emotional. Their side, since it was student against master. So.
Passing off the torch. There we go.
That's it on my recommendations. DX, do you have any?
No, I wanted to give a bit on the AEW, but you already mentioned it, so.
Haha! I took you there.
I'm out.
Very good. Colin?
Okay, so the 13th, Kashiwaki Yuki will make an announcement. We don't know what. People are saying, graduation, but I don't know what it will be. We'll see. Tomorrow, whatever. 13th. Let's see what it is. I'm excited. Speaking about things that have me excited, Nemosu. Oh my god, I absolutely loved it. It was amazing. The first 2 episodes of the new season, 4 great members, spending a day with kids. It was heaven on earth.
Oh god,
absolutely loved it. That's so good.
Yeah,
it was hilarious. I was laughing. The kids were fun. The girls with the kids were pretty fun. I also would have my favorite if I was a kid like them, because it was quite easy who would win. It really was great. I really loved that interaction. They were really good with it. It made me very happy, and that's all what matters. And it was really fantastic. Nemosu is delivering it, in my opinion. Haven't watched episode 3 yet. That was the other day. Hadn't had the time, but first 2, loved it. I have watched it 2 times already. I'm going to do it a 3rd time again because I absolutely loved it. And also the Barcelona thing, I said I will drop a link there because I do think that people should watch that. And another thing I quickly wanted to allude to. At the end of this month, JKT will have their Susenkyo. I'm interested. I heard that the preliminary results have been released. And I don't know when we will do a episode. So just on the side, I will say that I look forward to it. It's gonna be very exciting, and they've revealed that some composers that are known, at least that's the impression that I got, will be making the original single for Susenkyo tie-in. So I look forward to that. See what they will deliver. JKT is doing pretty good, from what I hear. So those are my things. I got many things.
All right, then finally, Derek.
Yeah, I mean, not much on the AKB side of things, unfortunately, for me for recommendations. Mostly My World, if it's okay. Just I guess because it kind of relates. But I will say this. I want people to watch the BNK video. If you haven't already, it's really a good way. It's almost like a good instructional manual if you want to make a good idol MV and also take pride in your country. And I think everybody in Thailand should be really proud of that, because it's your BNK girls, they did you right in that. So it's a good primer if you're interested in that kind of stuff, I would say. As far as My World goes, like I said, I've been working on my idol documentary for a while now, and I have like terabytes of footage at this point, and keep getting more and more people interested. I may or may not be foraging into the AKB world with that, because a lot of the idols I'm interviewing, almost all of them, they all mention they got their roots in AKB, all of them, which is great. It's so beautiful. That or Hello Project. It's always one or the other. A couple of them Dempagumi. So if you guys know who Dempagumi is, score points for you. But I would say it's something I've been kind of thinking about. So I would like also to maybe hear in the comments, like, should I try to go after AKB? I actually right now have an access point to AKB through one of the groups I'm interviewing. I can't say how or why, but it's like that might come out later. But I have like a legit access point, so I think it might be in the works. So I'd say look out for that. Also, selfish promotion here. I've been working so hard along with Ricky and Himari on Himari's photo book. Dear Moonlight, and it just finally came out last week, and we've sold quite a few copies. And Himari, we had a gallery exhibition at Takoshe in Nakano Broadway, and we sold quite a bit of cool stuff there. A lot of that might get put back up on Idol Underworld, the site I mean. But you know, that's a case of a photo book. Like sometimes you see these photo books, you don't know how much goes into it. A tremendous amount of work goes into it. Himari got very brutally honest about her life in there, because I had her do an essay, which is translated into English as well as Japanese. So it's the first international photo book to have an idol do that, I believe. I don't think any idol's ever done that.
No,
To
I
have it,
don't know.
I don't know. But I'm fairly confident I'm the first to do it. But just the whole fantasy reality concept. I don't know if you want to look at something that I've done that's for one of my, you know, all-time favorite idols, maybe my most favorite idol. You know, Himari's a great person. She's a good girl, and you know, it'd be good to support her. So if you can, take a look at Idol Underworld. We still got books for sale. I won't run out of those. But we you know, check out some of the other artists too there if you can. Again, shameless self plug there, but it's I've been really going overboard with working with these artists, and it's been a lot of fun. So please check that out, please support. And it all does kind of lead back to AKB too in a way, because again, all these artists I'm working with, they all love AKB, they all like adore them. So you know, for better or for worse, this year AKB has had, I also don't think like it's cool to jump ship on them because they have had a bad year. I think you should support people in their bad times, and AKB needs that support right now. So again, me just kind of being a softie, I guess, you know, say hi to some of the girls on Twitter, you know, give them a shout out, tell them what's up. I know like one of our buddies, Flores, he does it all the time with his Oshi and NOB, and he's been getting a lot of response.
Yep.
And that, to his credit, they know him. And you know, that's what you do, you know, especially now AKB could probably use it, you know, so show them some love. Go break out your old DVDs of the Tokyo Dome and give it a good whirl and remember why you love it, and you know, check out something. And I think you'll understand why we still do this, you know, and we're going to keep supporting them. I know we are. We might have to change some things, but I feel like this is the most important and most needed time for AKB to have our support. As much as they're doing horrible things and it's been really bad, I also feel like, you know, one more thing here, like one of the people I'm working with, again, I can't say exactly who quite yet. I don't have permission, but he is directly involved with AKB in one of the biggest ways. And his passion, his dedication, I love talking to him. He's a great guy. You forget sometimes this industry is made of people, made of people just like me and you. And they mess up and they make mistakes, and sometimes they don't see it until it's too late. You can't fault everybody for that, you know? And most of all, you can't fault the girls, because at the end of the day, they're in a business that they're being told, hey, we need you to do this, we need you to do that, and they're doing the best they can to do it. Sorry to rant here. I just want us to all really understand at the end of the day, we're hard on AKB, but we're not giving up on AKB.
No.
I don't think any of us here are doing
Yep,
that.
I agree. Yep.
All right.
Okay then.
You do
With
that.
that though, thank you for watching this episode of 48, and we'll see you next time then. Bye everybody.
Jojo.
Bye bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Peace.